I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinnage. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's Aruba. I realized I had to go.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 275 of Psychotic and Iconic. Paul's Theories and Philly Phil is back after 3-4 month layoff, right, Phil? Thank you to everybody that's tuned into the live stream. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and share it. Thank you to everybody that follows us on all our platforms. Nick, welcome back, bro. It's a special ceremony tonight.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
You look thin on camera.
Do I?
Yeah.
I didn't ask that this time.
I know. I got you, bro. You're a little forgetful.
Man, I've been on a diet, so.
Oh, really?
Trying to lose some weight.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Keto.
You in ketosis?
I'm in ketosis.
That's why you've been so. That's why you've been so edgy
I'm
lately.
having black coffee. Yeah, I dropped 5 pounds the first week.
Oh, really?
Which is good. Yeah. My shorts fit me a little bit better. My
How's the belt?
t-shirts.
Did you drop a loop?
I don't. You know what's funny about that? I don't actually wear a belt anymore. I don't know why.
Why?
Like even when I go to work, I don't even wear a belt.
Oh, you're not a grown man.
No, I'm a grown man. I just don't give a fuck.
You
know
can't
what I mean?
wear you can't wear slacks or jeans without a belt.
Why? Who's gonna see my belt? My shirt.
If you stretch like this,
ain't nobody seeing it, bro.
and when you sit down,
No,
you're gonna get
because-
crack showing.
Well, here's the thing. I wear a fleece in the office because it's
We
cold
talked
as
about
fuck.
that. Let's talk about that.
It's cold as shit. in
Phil,
that
is your office cold?
Yeah, sometimes.
Because I sit in a meat freezer. I sit with
Bro.
Rocky.
My hands are cold. My nose is cold. My ears. And then
My
I go
nose
out-
is running
Like
today,
I'll go
bro.
outside, and now it's summertime. I'll go outside to fucking defrost.
Yeah, me too, bro.
I'm dead serious, and
Yeah.
I come back in, and I'm back to being cold.
It's freezing. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be like one of them little old ladies that put a blanket on
fucked up
around me, dude. It's horrible.
The space heater on the floor.
Yeah, and like the little woven blanket that was handmade in 1930.
Yeah, man. And it
Yeah.
sucks, dude. Like I sit there and I'm like, man, I feel like I'm rotten, dude. Like I'm like my life is just I'm in a like a jail sentence, dude.
Oh my god,
Sitting in
bro.
a cubicle.
That's
and
why I
shit.
told you, dude. When I go to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning, dude, I'm just laying there on death's door. And then I wake up, bro, and I sit down in the cubicle and it just sets in.
Do you sit there and reflect?
No. Dude.
Oh,
I sit there and repent.
No, I sit there and reflect all the time. Like, man, like how can I get out of here? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like what's my escape plan?
Yeah.
Like I always think about that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
it's crazy because like when I'm at home, dude, and I look in the mirror, I'm cool with who I see. But when I'm in the cubicle and I look through the glass, I'm ready to hang.
it's your alter ego.
I don't know, dude. I don't know what it is. No, dude, it's death and submission. It's death and submission, dude. It's a sad
That's
state of
sad,
affairs. Yeah.
Ain't that shit sad?
Yeah, dude. I mean, from Monday to Friday, from 9 to about 5, dude. I'm calling logic.
And then that's cool. and then
Yo, Nick, you know what this is? Oh yeah, the suicide hotline.
and the funny thing is, dude, these fucking weekends fucking fly by.
Yeah, bro.
And it's like, who the fuck made up working 5 days a week and getting off for 2? Like,
I don't know,
what
dude,
kind
but
of dumb
he
fuck did that.
Henry Ford.
What an asshole.
yeah. Yeah, fuck
Honestly,
Henry.
Like, yeah, fuck Henry.
Henry.
Yeah, but like, he's not even around anymore. Why can't we just change the rules?
I know. I don't know.
Like, I'd rather work.
And
4
we know
days
the
and-
rules changed.
Like, yeah, they always do.
We found that out at Broadbent's bachelor party.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
The rules changed.
Yeah, never. I did say that.
The rules changed.
Oh my god, they do, man.
But yeah, no. Hopefully one day we're doing this, and I'm waking up and coming here for work, and I'm happy and looking forward to going to work and not in doggy.
You know what else changes? Storylines. So how about the storyline with AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts? Apparently, the report came out that AJ Brown had some angst towards Jalen Hurts because of his inability to throw across the middle in tight windows or against zone coverage. What's your thoughts about that?
So when it first came out, I was reading it and I'm like, that's strange. Then I sat with it a little bit and I was thinking about it and I was like, man, the entire city of Philadelphia is giving this guy a pass for actually being a terrible teammate. because it's an easy target to, again, just hate on Jalen Hurts. This dude in 4 years was a 3-time All-Pro, back-to-back 1,400-yard seasons, 2 Super Bowl appearances, and a Super Bowl victory. And the reason you wanted out of Philly and off the Eagles is because of tight window throws. What the fuck is that? No, I'm being serious now. What is that?
Well,
we are glazing this guy
No.
and giving him a pass for being a horrible teammate. And Saquon and Coop and all these players could come out and save face and say what a great teammate he is. Every single one of them knows this is sucker shit.
Well, first off, he didn't come out and say that. That's a report. Okay.
Well, he told me.
Oh, go ahead.
He told me he leaks things to the media.
Yeah, but he didn't come out and say it.
How you know?
When he leaked things to the media, he said it himself, right? That's true. He did. He would light a match.
Except that he
and
wanted
the
to be
fire would
traded
happen.
and why he wanted to be traded. He leaked everything to the media except that.
I told you last week, he completely capped in that interview.
100%.
But now we got a report. Do you think that there is some merit in that report?
To a degree, if I'm being real, yes, to a degree, but I think that it's more the system that Sirianni has built. Safety with the ball. But by the same token, I think it's being overstated that Jalen can't throw across the middle. I mean, this year at some point, we will see a slant pattern, and all of a sudden, that's not going to be over the middle anymore. It will happen. Jalen is going to have like a good game where he's throwing over the middle from under center, doing everything that he can't do. And there will be a conversation about how like slant patterns and drag routes no longer count as over the middle throws. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. They will find a reason to pick that apart. Well, you know, he threw it and it was by the hash mark. It really wasn't over the middle by the inside linebacker. You know it's coming, bro. You know it, dude. You know, and I know it, and everybody knows it. It's an easy target. How is AJ Brown getting off this easy?
Well, I mean, here's the thing, though. How is Jalen Hurts getting off this easy, too, though? Because here's the
Super
thing.
Bowl MVP.
And I agree with you. But when your star wide receiver is reading a motherfucking book on the sideline,
yeah,
there was a problem there, right? And everybody overlooked it, saying, "Oh yeah, that's just what he does when he gets frustrated. It brings him back down to earth." It's like almost like he was earthing himself, right? I know. I knew that was bullshit off the rip because your star wide receiver is never reading a book in a game of football, bro, on the sidelines at all. That is unheard of shit. So yes, he was frustrated about the overall play of the quarterback, which in fairness is a fair critique.
It is.
Because Jalen isn't consistent, and I understand that, and I get that. But on the flip side, they had success. They won football games. That is the most important thing in the profession, is to win the game.
Go ask Justin Jefferson if he would take 1,400 yards a season to always be winning his division, always be in playoff contention, always be in Super Bowl contention, and have 2 conference titles. Go see if Justin Jefferson would like that after the shit he just dealt with.
Yeah, but look, I get it. The numbers are cool, and I get that. But if you feel like deep down you're being underutilized, that's the reaction you're going to get every time. Even at work, even at our own personal jobs, if we feel like we're being underutilized and we're not using to our strengths, yeah, we'll be frustrated no matter what.
I hope
we can get a raise and all that shit. You could pay me more money, but if I feel like I'm being underutilized, I'm gonna feel some type of way too. And so it is a job at the end of the day, and I think I do like reckon that with AJ Brown, but I also disagree in how he approached the entire thing. Like reading the book and everything. Like I feel like as grown men, you could talk about things like that.
Apparently he can. He's always got something to say, but he doesn't. Like it's mind blowing to me, dude. It's really mind blowing what this dude caused. And then you want to come back and get your shit, and you want to sign a poster saying the best to ever do it here, always open.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I know there was a report that said that, but did we ever get a photo?
No. Not that I saw yet, but I mean, they said it was, that's not fake. It just didn't come out of thin air.
I don't know. Because if that was real, we would at least saw a leaked photo by now.
Why?
Everything's leaked.
What do you think? Saquon Barkley or somebody's going to go in there and take a picture of it and post it?
Somebody would.
I don't know. I
Not
don't
a
know about
player,
that.
but maybe one of the staff or something. Like there would be an image floating around at some point, and it may come out. We don't know. But if he did do that, I think that's clown shit.
He went out so sorry, bro. And it's just so unlike Philly. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to us as a.
I mean, look, it
as a
makes
group.
sense though. Like if you look back at the early 2000s, the Patriots and the Eagles, they didn't like each other. They had
Yeah.
Super Bowl beef and shit like that. Like they play each other in the Super Bowls. Like he's a Patriot, bro. Like
We got to stop saying that.
He loves the Patriots.
What does that mean? Again, you're giving him a pass because he loves his childhood team.
That's kind of what I'm saying. I'm not giving him a pass. I'm saying his behavior follows somebody that genuinely loves that team, like his childhood team. Like he'll do anything in spite of making that team his number one priority.
Well, they better be careful what they wish for.
Well, why? What do you mean?
I have no evidence that he's not going to go there and start stupid shit.
I completely doubt that.
Why?
Again, I think
you don't think if they're 6-11, he's going to start shit?
I don't think that's his expectation. I don't think he's going there thinking they're going 6-11. He just came off the Super Bowl berth.
I know that, but everybody knows that was
like he's not going to a team that went 4-13.
I know. No,
I know
that
went to the Super Bowl. They
I get
were
that.
knocking on the door of winning the Super Bowl. And I mean, obviously they didn't get it done, but if he feels like he is the missing piece to get them over the hump or come close to it, yeah, he's going to take that all day.
Well, he better.
But I don't think the expectation is him going 6-11. I don't think that's going to happen either. I don't think it should happen because if Drake May is everybody else, what everybody's saying he is, like he's an up and coming passer, he's a franchise quarterback, and I do believe that is true.
Yeah.
But if he goes there and he flails out, yeah, I mean,
oh man, I am going to hate watch the Patriots for 17 straight weeks starting in September. I've never wanted a team to fail more.
Is it just because of AJ Brown?
Yeah, because I just don't want him to. I don't want him to have success. It's pure hater shit now because he did his boy wrong. He did the city wrong. He did his quarterback wrong. He was a horrible teammate. Every single day, I am so happy that the dagger in the Super Bowl went to Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith is a Philadelphia Eagle.
Oh, yeah,
Devontae Smith is a leader. He's a teammate.
Well, he loves Hurts. He grew. He
I know that he played with him in
Hurts
college and all that,
yeah.
but I'm just saying, AJ Brown is not worthy of that moment for the way that he went out. He went out sorry, bro, and everybody needs to call it what it is. Like T.O. went out. T.O. went out bad, but he got in a fight with McNabb. The same thing. But when T.O. went out, we were pissed off about it. But T.O. didn't go out. T.O. went out criticizing McNabb openly. He wasn't sending little bullets to the media and Diana Rossini and Vrabel and all this shit and doing like all this like little weasel shit. It was all weasel shit. It was, bro. How wasn't it?
But it was blatant though. Like I don't think it was weasel shit.
No,
I thought it was
all passive aggressive. When did he tell us that he had a problem with Jalen Hurts?
When he read the book?
No, that's passive aggressive though. That's exactly what I'm saying.
And look, and I agree with you. That is passive aggressive behavior. But when you're, like I said, when you see your star receiver reading a book, something's wrong. Something right there is telling you everything in that locker room is going to shit. And they didn't address it at all. They let it slide. Then the Eagles won the Super Bowl. And you know what happened to that book? That book was flying off the shelves on Amazon. Ain't that crazy?
Well, no, it was right after that game.
It was right after. And the Super Bowl,
yeah.
too. So that's crazy to me.
But my thing is
that he was already showing his displeasure.
And look, I'm not going here. I'm only saying this because it's the only example I can think of. When Stephon showed up Josh on the sideline, why was nobody saying anything about Josh? They all blamed Stephon for the bad behavior. I did.
Right.
I didn't blame Jalen for that, but people are blaming Jalen for AJ Brown's departure. Why didn't nobody blame Josh Allen because coincidentally that happened on Josh Allen's worst playoff game?
Well, here's the thing. After that happened, Diggs was no longer with the team.
I know that.
Right? But
nobody crushed Josh.
But AJ Brown was still with the team for a couple more seasons doing all those.
No. The book happened last year.
Right.
But
the book happened
the Super Bowl year.
Super Bowl year.
Excuse me. But then they started out, they went 4-0. He requested a trade. after they just won at that point 17 straight games. Your quarterback doesn't suck if you win 17 straight games. You may not have 130 yards a game, but to say that the tight window throw was like the final thing to do it is just immature.
Right, but do you think that report is true though?
True in what I believe it's true that AJ Brown believes that, but I think that it's being blown out of proportion.
Me too. I think it's being. I don't think that's the sole reason why he left Philadelphia.
No, but
I don't think the tight window throw versus zone coverage had anything to do with him wanting to leave.
No, but it's just, again, it's another way to attack Hurts, and it shifts the blame away from AJ Brown. That's what's making me pissed, because we are legitimately letting a guy off the hook that was a horrible teammate by any standard, dude. By any standard, he was a bad teammate. Like, two things could be true. Like, him and Jalen could have had a falling out, yes. But there is no excuse for the way that he behaved from the day he read the book and how he acted after that. There's no excuse for that. Whether Jalen played bad or not, there's no excuse for a teammate to do that. There's no excuse. Herman Boone wouldn't have, and Bill Yost wouldn't have tolerated that. You got your brothers on the team. That's your brothers. That's what it is. It's a brotherhood.
I get it.
And you show him up like that. It's the same exact thing I said about Diggs when he did that to Josh Allen. You don't do that to the star quarterback of your team.
But I also blame the Eagles and
I agree with
franchise, because when that happened with Josh, they addressed it.
They
got rid of Stephon Diggs. Now, when AJ Brown did it, the reason why they didn't address it is they were winning,
and they thought winning would smooth it over.
And they thought that winning would cure all.
And I agree with you on that. That's a great point, but it didn't cure all because AJ's immature.
So that's why I blame the Eagles for allowing this behavior to linger as long as it did.
Yep, they didn't bench him. They didn't suspend him again.
They should have traded him last year.
Yeah.
Right after they won the Super Bowl, they should have traded him, and they would have got more from him.
They probably would have got a first and a third.
They would have got a first-round pick this year in 2027, and they probably would have gotten a third or a second.
Well, they couldn't trade him. Well, they could have after June 1st.
Well, I mean, the cap really fucked everything up.
He was untradeable. That's why apparently they didn't trade him last year after he requested.
But remember when I said to you when the Bills got rid of Stephon Diggs, what did I say to you? I said it was an addition by subtraction.
That's how the Eagles are.
And you said I was crazy because that was his go-to guy. He was a big part of the.
But and that's fair. Was I wrong?
Well, yeah, in hindsight, yeah, because the next year Josh won the MVP.
Yeah,
and Josh played way better without him.
Yeah,
he didn't force shit. He didn't do anything dumb.
Yeah, you're right.
He just played his game. He wasn't in his head or anything. And I think that could have been the same for the Eagles, but the problem was the cap hit. Sometimes you just got to eat the fucking cap and move forward.
The Broncos did it,
and that might have served the Eagles really well last year.
Yep, it would have.
Honestly, because the Eagles had a great team to go back to the Super Bowl.
So I think this year, I think the Eagles are going to. The vibe looks lighter from everybody during interviews. There's no questions about it. We can finally put it together. I love Nick Sirianni throwing some shade today.
What did he say?
During his interview at the end, he just said that we're a collective over one, and you win as a team. And if you don't want to be part of a team and you want to be by yourself, then this isn't the place for you.
Oh, that was kind of subliminal though. Collective over one.
Yeah.
And what's his jersey number in New England?
1, but he's not Uno. He's not Uno.
That's interesting.
He's not Uno.
I like that.
Yeah.
I fuck with Nick Sirianni.
Me too. I do now. I just think it's going to be a lot better for the Eagles this year. I think they're going to be lighter. I think they're going to be happier. I think Mekhi Lemon's going to have a big impact, and he's going to help Jalen Hurts out a lot. If Jalen Hurts can master what Mannion's teaching him and get the hang of it really well during the OTAs and minicamp. And one thing I will say, they better fucking play in preseason. They better get reps in preseason, dude.
They will.
They better get reps in preseason.
I think that's going to happen.
You should play a half and a half. You want to sit out the third game, that's fine. But do a half where you get a solid 25, 30 plays in there, or 20 plays, whatever. But
because the Eagles for sure. Well, Hurts, they don't want to see Tanner in there because they know Tanner would tear that shit up, and that would be a controversy. And that's just how it goes, dude. I'm joking on that, but honestly, God, I like Tanner and McKee. I think he could ball. But
how come nobody offered a first round pick for him this year?
The Eagles don't want to trade him.
Oh,
they don't.
Yeah.
They have come out and said that they don't want to trade him.
You know who really needs to be traded ASAP? Brandon Aiyuk.
Brandon Aiyuk. I mean, they should just cut him.
He's a fucking loser.
They should cut him. Cut bait.
What
It's
this
okay.
dude is doing on Instagram,
It's wild. It's like CTE behavior.
beyond.
It's like AB 2.0. It reminds me of
The
that.
problem is that he's nowhere near the same class as AB.
No, I know, but I'm talking about behavior and the antics. Like, I feel like for me, with Brandon Aiyuk and his Instagram, he was wilding out. I mean, he was absolutely subliminally calling out the 49ers, calling them little ass boys, and you know, they're afraid of the belt and shit like that. Like, shit was crazy, dude. Like, it was wild. I'm just genuinely surprised he is still a 49er to this point. Like, I feel like the 49ers, I look at them as a certified franchise in the NFL, like an absolute cornerstone. And for them to actually have a player on their staff of this magnitude kind of mind fucks me a little bit, because I just feel like they're better than this.
That seems like something a Cowboys receiver would do.
Yeah.
Like 1000%.
Yeah,
And
they're better than this.
I look at it, man, and I look at Aiyuk and I'm like, bro, you are not good enough to be talking the way that you're talking. I mean, you are not a top 20 wide receiver in this league.
He was, maybe at some point.
You know how I was. I was never an Aiyuk guy.
We're talking about recency bias, though.
I always thought that he was a mid wide receiver. I never thought he was a game changer. I never thought he was a game breaker. I never thought like you lining up across from Aiyuk and it's like, oh my God, I'm worried about Aiyuk.
I mean, he was putting up top 20 numbers, no doubt, when he was playing and he was healthy, like for sure. Like, that's why he got paid. He was putting up some really good numbers.
He's all name, and I don't even know where the name came from. Brandon Aiyuk is like the Kyler Murray of wide receivers. He just gets hype for no reason, and you're always, I'll take the upside. Upside of what?
I mean, he was a good player in this league.
He was all right. He was cool.
He was cool, yeah.
But he was cool.
But that's why he got paid a lot, because he was actually putting up numbers.
OBJ is going to have a better year than him this year.
Well, yeah, I don't think he's going to play. Do you think he does play at least one snap?
I hope not. I don't want him to get. He's talking about how he made $50 million in 8 months. Like, fuck you, dude.
That's what happens when you pay the wrong people.
I swear, man, the more I look at the NBA, the NFL, and all them, they should operate like a real union. You don't get guaranteed contracts for 4 and 5 years. You get paid by the fucking game.
It's tough on football, though, because, again, like, one hit can change your entire life.
You could have clauses where if you get hurt, like you could have prorated, but you miss a game. Like, I'm not playing that. Like, he shouldn't be able to get $50 million over 8 months.
I agree. I don't think he's even worth $50 million. So he's basically
he's a $50,000 wide receiver.
But we've talked about this. This is exactly why, if you're in your mid-20s and you're getting $50 million contracts, your mindset is so different, dude. You're a mid-age 25-year-old and like middle of your 20s getting the biggest payday you could ever imagine. That's going to fuck with you mentally, and it's going to fuck with, your surroundings and who you're hanging out with and shit like that. Like, yeah, it's just a dangerous game. And if you're talking about the union in terms of, okay, you don't get paid until you play this game, right? Like, okay, we'll give you a contract of 17 games, right? And then injury clause, whatever. I'm cool with that. But if you sit out and you're not a part of the team and you're not rehabbing and shit like that and doing the things you're supposed to do to get back on the field, and that's what happened with Aiyuk. He didn't do all the rehab shit, and it caused him to get even more hurt.
And he still got paid. How?
But he got paid before all this shit happened. Like, he got paid, got hurt, didn't rehab properly, and now he's been remained out. And then now he's beefing with the organization that literally gave him life-changing money, which doesn't really make any sense to me. It's like, I don't know where the beef started. Like, I don't know where what happened.
And my thing is like, the beef started before they paid him.
Oh, it did, yeah.
The beef started because they didn't want to pay him.
Right. And he was holding out, yeah.
Yeah, and then he wound up getting paid. And like, you knew that was coming. He just wanted his money.
Yeah. The 49ers made the wrong call. And that happens. The fact
that the 49ers are as good as they are with the Brandon Aiyuk situation, drafting Trey Lance, who is one of the biggest busts of the last decade, if not the biggest bust, for where he was drafted, what they gave up. I mean, nobody really talks about Trey Lance being a bust. It's pretty weird, to be honest. Like,
because of Brock Purdy.
I know
His
that he
success
overshadowed
the
but
entire
like there
year.
needs to be a conversation about that. How bad the 49ers fucked up. They got lucky with Brock Purdy, but again, like it's amazing that the 49ers are still where they are and this good, drafting Trey Lance, getting Aiyuk. Like it's crazy. The drama that they've got, all the injuries they've gone through, and they're still at the top. Like
I think
it's
that's a
wild.
testament to their coaching, though. I mean, I think Shanahan.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an awesome coach. He's one of the best coaches in the NFL, like for a reason. Like they had all these injuries last year, and guess what? They still made the postseason
and won a playoff game
in
Philly as a West Coast team.
So the fact that all of that happened, you have to tip your cap. And the reason why it's like, to me, like they don't get crushed for the Trey Lance thing because of what they're able to put on the field product wise year in and year out. It's overshadowed.
But you know what I'm saying, though, right? Like, do you really ever hear anybody talking about how bad the Trey Lance pick and
no, because if Brock Purdy stepped in and he's their franchise quarterback. He got paid a lot of money. He's getting paid $50 million a year for being Mr. Irrelevant. That's insane, dude.
I know.
The last pick of the draft, and he's getting a whole bag, and now he's a franchise quarterback for one of the best franchises.
Been to a Super Bowl.
Been to a Super Bowl. I mean, like, yeah, dude. Like Brock Purdy really saved Kyle Shanahan for a lot of the miscues in the draft, and John Lynch. He really did. Like that draft pick changes the entire trajectory of that franchise being able to move forward because they have good pieces. They got CMC. They have George Kittle. I mean, they have good.
Now they got Mike Evans.
Now they got they got Mike Evans. They drafted Pearsall.
He's gonna have a good year.
Pearsall was when he played last year, he looked great. You know what I mean?
Pearsall is nice.
Yeah, and
Riggy. I'm not trading for him.
But here's the thing, though. We don't talk about their ability to let free agents walk, like Deebo Samuel. They got rid of him, and we don't talk about him.
Yeah,
we don't say shit about Deebo.
Well, because he stinks.
But they got off of him when he was with the Niners.
Stinks, he's old.
When he was with the Niners, he was definitely a for sure top 20.
He was awesome.
He was fucking awesome.
Deebo Samuel was,
but he fit their scheme.
Yeah, he was the perfect like scat gadget guy.
Perfect.
He had good enough hands, and he had great running ability. He had good vision, and he was tough as shit. So like he was a perfect guy to just throw all over the field and just let him work.
And they let him walk, and they thought Aiyuk was going to be the guy to step in. Then they were going to draft Pearsall, which way they did. They drafted another wide receiver.
That poor dude, man. He got shot. His knee gets hurt. Like,
yeah, I know.
All right, let's switch gears a little bit. Give me your top 5 teams to make the playoffs this year that missed last year.
So my number 1 team is the Bengals, for sure. I mean, what they have the best quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
He was right the first time.
I wouldn't say he's the best quarterback. I would say maybe within the pocket, he's probably the best.
Yeah, that's how I am.
So I'll go Cincinnati right there at number 1. Number 2, I go Baltimore. I think Baltimore to me is one of those teams that they're awesome, dude. And
for real,
they are. I think they just ran into bad luck last year with injuries. Lamar got hurt.
John Harbaugh was stale.
He was super stale. So they're one of the teams for me. I think the number 3 is going to shock you is the Giants. I think the Giants have a really good shot if things fall their way, for sure. Like I think things have to fall their way. Like I think they have a good enough roster. I think the Giants, I mean, look, they played the Commanders twice. I don't think the world of them. I think they play hard in our division.
Can the Giants? Do you believe that the Giants can still do that if Malik Neighbors isn't right until week 10?
Yes, because I don't think the formula is throwing the ball around the yard. I think they can do that with Malik Neighbors available, but if the way they have built their team in free agency and through the draft,
like the Ravens,
just like the Ravens, they're a run first team, and then they're gonna play action you to death
and sign 80-year-old wide receivers.
And I think that's the recipe for them. I really do. Number 4, I got the Minnesota Vikings. I think the Minnesota Vikings are the 4th, in my opinion. They're the 4th best team that could make the playoffs this year after missing last year. I like the addition of Kyler. They've completely upgraded at quarterback. I was never a JJ fan. They have Justin Jefferson. They got Jordan Addison. They signed Jawan Jennings. They have good tight end play in Hawkinson. They have a decent running back core, I would say, but their defense is pretty good. They got rid of Jonathan Grenard. He went to Philly. But to me, I'm looking at that offense, and I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity for Kyler Murray to change his career.
Yeah.
And I think that, yeah, that's definitely a possibility. I actually don't. They won 9 games last year.
It's incredible that they won 9 games.
They won 9 games last year.
Because their quarterback play was horrible.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz was horrible. JJ McCarthy was horrible outside of 6 quarters.
Yeah, they have the pieces, dude. They have the coach. I believe in the coach.
And who was that their 5th or 6th round pick? I forget his name. Big dude, big ass white dude. I can't think of his name. But he's got a Ellinger or something. He's got a cannon, but he was trash.
Sam Ellinger?
That's not him.
It's definitely not him. But all in all, I think the Minnesota Vikings are one of those teams. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching them. I think that them winning 9 games last year, a major upgrade at quarterback.
Max Brosmer.
That's right. A major upgrade at quarterback. I think that should help them out. I think that should propel them to getting at least maybe possibly 10 wins, depending on how things fall. I mean,
do you think 10 wins gets you in the playoffs?
I think it could. I think it can get you a
NFC is tough.
NFC is very tough. I think
there's going to be a 10 win team that misses the playoffs. There might have been one last year.
Yeah, there very well could be. But I think the Minnesota Vikings have a really good shot. And then number 5, I'm gonna go the Atlanta Falcons. I think if they just get decent quarterback play, I like what they did on defense. I like what they did and taking care of their players. They signed London to an extension. If Tua can be anything of help to Penix and helping him mature as a quarterback, I think Penix. I mean, maybe Penix is the sleeper this year to go bananas. We don't know. Based off last year, I would probably second guess that.
I think Tua is going to start.
But Penix is going to start.
I don't think so.
I think Penix will start. I think Tua is going to be the backup, of course.
The battle of the middies.
Yeah, I mean, look, because they have to see what they have in Penix. You have to do it. He's a young quarterback, and I think Tua was brought in there to kind of mentor him and also be competition, because they don't know if Penix is going to be their guy or not. And if he's not their guy, all right, well then here's Tua. We got him for nothing. Now he's playing on a prove it deal. So, and we have weapons around him. Let's see what he does. And he's done that in Miami. He put up good numbers. Didn't translate to wins, but he was good enough to put up decent stats, and
he won a little bit
and have a pretty good offense with them. Obviously, they had Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. They don't have that here.
He won a little bit though with them. They had a playoff berth. And then they played in 4-degree weather.
Exactly.
Which sucks because that virtually gave them no chance.
Exactly.
A team from Miami's you're not going to the Midwest in 4-degree weather and winning from Miami. That's just not happening. So
then, yeah, I would say the Falcons would be number 5 for me, because again, if I look at their division, now I don't think the world of the Falcons.
I got you.
I'm talking about of teams last year that missed the playoffs last year that can get in the playoffs this year. The Falcons are a perfect spot because their division is weak. And, you have an up-and-coming quarterback in Penix. If he could take that leap, I think, I definitely feel like it's possible for them to get into the postseason.
All right. So we do got some different ones. I'm surprised you left off 2 of these names.
I know you're going to talk about the Colts.
No.
Really?
The Colts? Are you fucking crazy?
I don't know.
You got to think higher on me, bro, for real.
I mean, Colts were 8-1 last year.
What'd they finish?
Well, that's what I'm saying now. If Daniel Jones stays healthy, that's not a crazy take. I don't think it's crazy.
All right, so the Lions.
Oh, okay.
The Lions were 9-8 last year. They're bringing back the same team. They actually have a legitimate OC now. The Lions should make the playoffs, bro. They're good enough to make the playoffs, for real. As long as no weird shit where they got 30 people on IR happens, the Lions should return to the postseason. And not for nothing, they should be in a fight to win that division. I don't think that. I mean, the Lions or the Bears are winning that division. Green Bay is mid, and I think the Vikings are mid. I actually think Green Bay roster wise is the worst team in that division, and I don't really think it's debatable. as a complete roster.
Oh, it depends if Parsons is healthy or not too.
No. I'm saying, but he's going to be out the fucking
October.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
If they can float,
Jordan Scrub ain't doing all that.
Jordan Scrub.
Got a new nickname.
Love that.
All right, the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going back to the playoffs if Patrick Mahomes is healthy. He'll be right by week 1. You know, I don't know if they'll win the division because I think the Broncos are still there. The Chargers are around as long as they stay healthy. And I think the Raiders are going to be a lot better. I think the Raiders are going to be a 6-ish win team, you know, and it's a division game.
We always say that, though, about them.
I know, but I think the Chiefs will make the playoffs if Patrick Mahomes is healthy. Of course, I have the Bengals making the playoffs. It's just a matter of, will Joe Burrow not get a weird injury? If Joe Burrow doesn't get one of those weird-ass injuries again, the dude's throwing for 5,000 yards and 40 touchdowns and is going to be in the MVP race. That's just what he does. I think the defense got significantly better, all things considered. So, you know, I got Tampa Bay as somebody that can make the playoffs. Like, my thing is with Tampa Bay last year, Tampa Bay started out hot. They were doing great. They just got they went into like a weird slump. It was almost like the Eagles in 2023. The back half of the season, they just looked like shit. They couldn't get it together. They couldn't score points. Baker fell off a little bit, which was odd. The only thing I will say though that worries me about the Bucs is if the Baker contract shit actually lingers into the season. If he's unhappy, then I think that might cause them some problems. But they got Igbuka coming back. Godwin should be healthy this year. You got Rashad and Bucky Irving. So I think the Buccaneers will return. And then the Ravens, of course. That team is stacked. There's no excuse for that team to not miss the playoffs, and there's no excuse for that team for their floor to be the conference championship. I don't want to hear about, we got a rookie head coach and Jesse Minter too. I don't know. Everybody was talking about Jesse Minter like they signed a 10-year coaching vet as a head coach is what I'm saying. You threw Harbaugh out. Okay, well, you brought in this dude because you think he's better than Harbaugh. Then you got the owner dissing Harbaugh he drops his album and then he back dissing. You got the owner dissing Harbaugh in the end of the year thing after they lost in the playoffs, and they're saying like, if he makes that field goal, is Harbaugh back? And he says, yeah, for another week or two. Like, bro, you don't do that to John Harbaugh. You don't do that. So for me, the top 5 teams to make the playoffs are the Lions, the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Bucs, and the Ravens. That's a solid list.
No, that's right. I completely missed the Lions.
I knew it. When you were going, I was like, all right, who is it? Who is it? And then when you didn't say it,
completely missed the Lions.
Goff is forgettable.
The Chiefs, I did think about them.
There is an argument though that they won't because I don't think they were making the playoffs last year, whether he stayed healthy or not.
Yeah, exactly. And I think their division is tough. Their schedule is pretty tough. They lost their corners.
And how long is it going to take Mahomes to get going?
They drafted a cornerback in the draft.
He's a rook, though.
They just signed L'Jarius Sneed, who they had a couple years ago. So they did bolster up their back end a little bit, but I don't know how effective they're going to be in this year.
What was the name of the dude they drafted? Mansour or something?
Yeah, it was something like that. So yeah, no, I think the Chiefs. They're in that list. You know, they're probably in the top 5. I would say.
Who would you say is more likely to make the playoffs, the Chiefs or the Lions?
Ooh. I would say the Lions. And I think because their schedule supports it, I think that the Lions are a power offense. They don't have any health concerns going into the season. Where the Chiefs, they have a health concern with Patrick Mahomes. How's he going to rebound from his injury? Is he going to start the season? Obviously, everybody's thinking that he will start the season. So that is a big question mark. But the Lions have a lot of pieces, dude. They have two wide receivers that have 1,000 yards last year. I mean, like, you're fucking loaded at that position.
There's no excuse.
Where the Chiefs, they have Rashee Rice, but what's his status?
Is he in jail?
Is he going to be suspended? Is he even going to survive the season? Like, you know, I mean, those things matter, dude. So
I know.
I think overall as a team, I'm going to go with the Lions. But if you argue the Chiefs, I'm not going to sit here and go tat for tat with you if you said the Chiefs. I'm just not going to do that because I respect them. You know what I mean? Like, I respect the Chiefs a lot. And I think that, you know, when I gave my list, I missed those two teams pretty
That's all
bad,
good, dude.
and that's fine. I can admit that. Like the Lions for me,
You can admit when you're wrong.
I'm high on the Lions this year.
I know. That's why I was
super
shocked.
high
I
on
knew
the
you
Lions.
just forgot them.
I'm high on them. Like I think they're going to be awesome this year. I think they're going to bounce back from last year. I love what Dan Campbell's about. I think that's going to motivate them to get back into the postseason. They have an awesome quarterback who I respect, Jared Goff. And yeah, I just think the Lions are up and coming. Like, still, like, I think the reason why they missed because their fucking defense got too many injuries throughout the last 2 years, and it really fucked them, dude. So to me, like, I think the Lions are a very intriguing team.
Do you think that their Super Bowl window is closed, or do you think that
No.
they like? Do you believe in them that they could make an NFC run this year?
I think the other team. Here's close. No, but you can argue it did close because of the moves the teams around them made. The Rams.
I got you.
The Rams are. I mean, if you tell me the Rams or the Lions, I'm picking the Rams all day, every day. Now, if you tell me the Eagles or the Lions, I'm going to take the Eagles over the Lions, no matter if AJ departed. I believe in the Eagles roster as a whole.
Yeah, I'm with you.
More or less them just missing the wide receiver because they have Smitty, they drafted one, they kept their nucleus basically intact except for AJ Brown.
The offensive line's there. The coaching is there.
Yeah, and they're not going into the season with health concerns. Like, I actually really think that the Eagles are in better position than all of them. So in terms of window closing, I would say no, but it would be yes based on the surrounding teams' moves. And they're powerhouse teams. They didn't sit back and do nothing. Like, the Rams were already they were like that. We're not even talking about the Seahawks. They won the fucking Super Bowl.
The two teams that made the Super Bowl last year, like, I feel like everybody thinks it's a fluke. Nobody talks about it.
I disagree with that.
No, I'm saying, like, I feel like nobody even talks about it. Nobody's talking about the Seahawks. Nobody's talking about the Patriots. Like, that Super Bowl was boring as shit.
Yeah, because of right. Well, nobody's talking about the Seahawks because the Rams are overshadowing the Seahawks as a team because they play in the same division.
I know they're favored to win the division.
Who?
The Rams.
They should be.
No, I know. I'm just saying it's crazy.
They should be. It's fair. I'm like, they made a move that would propel their franchise to take it to the next
elite.
step. Well, that's what killed the Rams last year was their pass defense. Now they bolstered that up. Then if even if those two corners were just mid, right?
They're better.
When you got Myles Garrett, it literally
he's the equalizer.
It propels your pass defense. Because that quarterback, your opposing quarterback is not going to have as much time to throw. He's on your ass 24/7, and it blankets and disguises your weaknesses.
Yeah,
pressure is everything. If you can get pressure up front, that is the ultimate success. We saw with the Giants and how they beat the undefeated Patriots. It was once they got pressure and they got relentless types of pressure every snap of the game. It made the world of a difference.
Who's the quarterback on the Patriots when
you want to do this right now?
I asked a fucking Phil. Am I not allowed to ask questions?
You know who the quarterback was? Why are you?
I forget.
Stupid? I forget.
It was 20 years ago.
I know it was, but you have a good memory. You know who it was. Who is it? Go ahead.
I forget that dude's name.
Oh, the guy that won 7 Super Bowls.
No, the dude who deflated the footballs.
Oh yeah, that guy. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, what was his name, bro?
Yeah, it was Mr. Brady.
He just came out with coconut water called Good Nut.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I thought that was a joke.
I wish it was a joke.
Why? What's wrong?
Because now I can't drink a signature drink.
Why not?
Because I can't reach over. Yo, Nick, hand me some Good Nut.
That's just immature on your part.
That's immature.
That's immature.
That's immature. Okay.
Oh,
All right. I'm gonna buy you a whole case of that. And I'm just gonna routinely ask you for Good Nut.
It's Good Nut.
All right.
It's Good Nut. What's wrong with that? I think it's smart. It's got you guys laughing.
Yeah.
And it's got you intrigued. Hey, man, what does it taste like?
Pause. No, never. Never.
It does.
No, it's like the SGA. Oh,
I never thought about Good Nut.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's Good Nut. Yeah, it's not this nut. It's Good Nut. So, no, yeah, it is Tom Brady. Don't disrespect my man like that. You know he's the best ever. We ain't playing stupid.
That's fucking crazy.
Good Nut.
Please don't look at me in the eyes when you say that.
Oh, bro. The fact that he's telling me this is crazy.
That is crazy. You say some gay shit.
Oh, yeah. You say some off the wall shit. No Mike Jack shit. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, you really off the wall, bro. Like, for real. You said some shit to me today that made me question your.
You know what's crazy? Your
Irish,
response was wild because I didn't even understand it. I ain't going now.
I ain't going, bro. Yeah,
Phil, I'll tell you about
Yo,
it. They
bro.
can't say it on camera. My
bro. He
mom's
said
watching.
the most crazy shit to me, bro, and I was.
You got to see this thread.
Yo, I was appalled, bro. Like straight up, yo.
Yeah, that's the episode name. I'm appalled. All right, give me your top 5 wide receiver duos, or you want me to go first on
You
this?
can go first.
All right, top 5 wide receiver duos coming into the season. At 5, I got Dak and CD. At 4, I got Goff and Ra. At 3, I got Sammy and JSM. At 2, I got Stafford and Puka. And at 1, I got Burrow and Chase. I think it's the best list of all time.
Okay.
I think it's the best list of all time. Where did I cap?
So I went different. When I say wide receiver duos, I was thinking about the 2 wide receivers on the squad.
Oh shit!
Gotta be better. You gotta be better than that, bro. But it's cool.
All right, I
don't hate it.
All right, no order then. I got CD and George Pickens. I got Puka and Tay. I got Chase and Higgins.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
go off your list. I think the list is good.
Yeah, I would say Amon Ra and Antoine and Jameson Williams. And then at 5, I'd probably say Addison and Jettis.
You were gonna say Antoine Jameson.
I was gonna say Antoine Jameson, and I caught myself. Antoine, I don't know why that came out, bro. That is a crazy pull.
I know it.
Am I missing anyone crazy after that? After I said Jettis and Addison, no, I think that's. I mean, if you want to say Sutton and Waddle, I don't hate that, but top 5 might be a little aggressive.
What about AJ and Dobbs?
Nah.
No,
Not AJ and Dobbs. I don't think Dobbs is.
I think Dobbs is heat.
Nah.
All right.
Mm-mm. Did I miss anyone?
Nah, I'll give you my 5 though. Pause. I'm gonna go number 5, the Minnesota Vikings, with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Number 4, I'm gonna go with Amon Ra and Jameson Williams. Number 3, I went with the Dallas Cowboys with Pickens and CD. Number 2, I went with the Cincinnati Bengals and Jamar and Higgins. And number 1, it's undisputed to me. It's Puka and Devontae Adams. I mean, they are the top duo in.
I can't remember a better 1-2 duo. Like I'm trying to think on. I mean, AB and Juju, but
I don't think
that's a close one in Pittsburgh. AB and Juju. That's close, dude. That's close because AB is better than Puka, and I mean Juju's not on Tay's level, but
it's tough.
That's close. That's hard. That's a good question.
It's weird though because I think the reason why I don't put the Cincinnati Bengals in number 1.
Why don't you put? Never mind. Sorry. Go ahead.
The reason why I don't put the Cincinnati number 1 is because I have questions about T. Higgins' his availability.
Fair.
Like if he's available and he's healthy and he plays all 17 games, that's very arguable for them to be number 1 now. But Puka and Devontae Adams, what they've done in their careers up to this point is it's unbelievable. They're always available for their teams. I know Devontae Adams had some hamstring injuries and shit, but I'm talking about recent. It's undeniable.
Awesome,
what Devontae Adams did this year in the red zone alone was just remarkable.
Bro, every time they got to the 5-yard line, he was a touchdown.
Yeah.
I had him in fantasy, bro. Every single time, bro.
Fades to him at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, it was crazy, dude. Fades, slants, everything. And the other one thing I will say though is I think you have a legitimate argument to say that the combo of CD and Pickens is better than Puka and Devontae Adams. Like, I think that is a legitimate argument to be made. George Pickens is fucking good, bro. And CD Lamb's a definitive top wide receiver. And Pickens is an arguable.
So would you take Pickens and CD over Chase and Higgins?
Yes, because George Pickens is better than T. Higgins, and I don't think that there's that big of a drop off, if any, between Chase and CD.
I think Jamar Chase is better than CD.
He is better than
I
him,
don't think
but
the drop off is.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you're not going from here to here. You're going from like here to here.
Well, I would put Chase and Higgins above them because I've seen more football out of them together than I have with CD and Pickens.
I think that they're going to go crazy this year too.
Yeah, I think they're awesome.
I mean, they throw the ball
all day,
35, 40 times
sure.
a game. I mean, that's Dak's game. He just drops back and throws the ball. And those two, I mean, bro, you can't single either of them. I mean, you can't either with Higgins and Chase. Like, I'm with you on that. But like, I don't know. I think for me personally, it's the George Pickens aspect. I just think George Pickens is an incredible wide receiver. And look, I know that George Pickens, you can't always trust him. Like, I get it. And there was instances last year towards the end of the season where he just straight dogged it. Like, he really did.
Well, that matters.
And that does matter. And that's, I guess, that goes into it. But I just think pound for pound, 1 for 1, like Dak CD and Pickens are just unbelievable.
I'm surprised you mentioned Sutton and Waddle because you're not a big fan of Waddle.
I know, but I think those two together, I think they're a good duo.
But that's the reason why Denver made the move. And that was my point. You argue, I guess, the overpay of the player.
Like, I think Smitty and Mekhi Lemon are better than Sutton and Jalen Waddle.
Oh, I probably disagree with that.
How?
I disagree with that heavy.
Sutton, I mean, Devontae Smith is better than both of them.
We haven't seen Lemon play, bro. You can't put them in the same conversation yet. Like, what if Lemon is the next Jalen Reagor? We have no idea. We have no idea. Dude.
Yeah, that's probably a good pushback.
Now, you could very well be right if Lemon turns out to be the next Amon-Ra.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he's the next Amon-Ra,
well,
and you
I'll
got
say
Smitty,
this.
I mean, yeah, you would definitely put them in the top 5.
I'll say this. I'm not wrong. I'm early.
But I'm just saying.
No, I know what you're saying, and I agree with you, actually.
You can't put them in there
do that to
without,
Lemon
without one snap of play.
Yeah.
Like, you have to let him develop, and
I
then we can make that
by
argument.
week 10, week 8, you'll know if
you'll know
if Mekhi Lemon can ball.
You'll absolutely
You'll know.
Maybe
He'll have enough catches where you can say, like, oh, he's a ball player.
It's an eye test.
Like, you knew with Reagor,
scheme fit.
You knew it with Reagor, dude. It was over. First 14 games, like, you knew he just not it.
We have a bust in our hands.
Yeah.
And how can we put him in the best positions for us to use him?
Yeah, you cut him. That was how you did it.
Try to put him in the kick returner and use his speed, punt returns, use his speed, and it just never panned out.
We just watched Reagor and we were like, yeah, I don't think this shit gonna work.
Yeah, it just never worked out for him. But I think AJ and Dobbs could surprise people. I do. I think that duo is gonna be really, really good. I do, because that quarterback is going to get them the ball, man. That quarterback doesn't dink and dunk. He fucking airs it out. And what made Dobbs successful last year was airing it out. Long passes. He was fucking awesome. He just got open and he got the ball. So, like, for me, and AJ Brown going deep, he was awesome. Like, he can get open. Like, I think Dobbs and AJ could absolutely make some noise in the top 5 this year.
They could.
Yeah, like,
I'm not saying
I feel more confident about them being the top 5 than I do with Waddle and Sutton.
Oh, yeah.
Because of who's throwing the ball.
But for me, it's not even so much that, bro. Like,
it is, though, because the quarterback's going to get you the opportunities to showcase what you can do. If you could do that, then yeah, like, you have an argument to be made that, okay, like, yeah, they're producing.
Real fast, I'm shouting out my boy Chris Kretschmann from Kretschmann Media. Check him out on the Chris Kretschmann Show. He's texting me now, pissed off.
Why?
Watching us, because he thought that I had Dak and CD at 5. But I told him it was no order. And then I said, but he might have turned off, because after that, I was arguing.
Mad at being 3?
He'll text me in a minute.
He
had him at 3. He probably will. He's a Cowboy homer.
I don't think that's crazy, though.
What?
I think 3 is very respectable.
It is. It is, if you're saying Chase and Higgins and
top three
Stafford
duo?
and and Puka and Devontae. But go check out his content.
Yeah, he's
awesome content.
He's good.
We're gonna have him on soon. We're figuring it out. And then, dude, this sucks because for the top 5 worst duos, I did the same thing.
That's all right.
Top 5 worst NFL wide receiver duos. Damn it, man. I screwed that up. At number 5, though, I know it's going to sound, I got CJ and Nico. And here's the thing. I know Nico can ball, bro, but like there are levels to how bad CJ Stroud has played. CJ Stroud has been a legitimate like bottom 5 quarterback over the past year. He was horrible during those playoffs. Horrible.
I think he's going to bounce back.
Why?
Hunger.
Yeah. Because he cut his braids.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he cut them, he will never fade.
I mean, it's Drizzy Dre.
At number 4, I got Bryce Young and Tet. I just don't see it, bro. And I don't think the Panthers see it either because why didn't they extend him? They picked up his option, yeah, but he just had his best year. He made the playoffs.
I think it's smart.
And you didn't extend him?
I think it's smart.
I mean, probably, but they don't believe in him. Like, I feel like at this point, dude, you would know if he's it or not.
No, I don't think it's they necessarily don't believe in him. I think it's a more of a prove it. Like, all right,
I know, but you're still trying to prove it.
I mean, because if you pay the wrong quarterback, it sets your franchise
I
back.
know
And
that.
they're in rebuilding mode. If they have that quarterback right and they want to make sure they know it right,
Yeah,
we're going to give him another year to see what he does. And if he is our franchise quarterback, we're going to move forward. They're in rebuilding mode, and they can make the playoffs. You know, I mean,
he's got Dak and CD at 3.
Yeah,
behind Chase and Higgins and Puka. Yeah, Chase and Higgins and Puka.
Yeah, we have the same.
Yeah, so right around there. At 3, I had Geno and Garrett. I feel so bad for Garrett Wilson, bro. I feel so bad for him because this dude has had nothing but dog shit at quarterback.
He could play, man.
He's had absolute trash.
I know.
At quarterback. If he was anywhere else with just like a semi-competent quarterback, Garrett Wilson would have so much more respect amongst like NFL circles and talks and content and podcasts and all that. It's just hard, dude.
I love Garrett Wilson.
It's hard, man. I think Garrett Wilson's an awesome wide receiver.
Me too.
At number 2, I have Deshaun Watson and whoever he's throwing the ball to. It's over. Deshaun Watson stinks, dude. And the fact that he's going to start this year over that he could possibly start over Shedeur because of his contract just sucks, man. Like that's just such a bad situation for Shedeur Sanders to be in. The dude's coming off 2 torn Achilles.
You really think that's the case?
Yes, bro. It's the money.
If the quarterback is definitively better than the backup, I just don't see a way that the franchise.
It's because it's easier to bench Deshaun Watson than it is to bench Shedeur Sanders if Shedeur Sanders has a couple rough games. If Deshaun Watson comes out and his first 4 games is horrible, it's a lot easier to say, Shedeur, you're the starter for the rest of the season. Prove it.
Yeah, I think that's the right move.
That's probably what it is. But I'm just saying
cool
it sucks.
I don't hate that for Shedeur.
I know it's just fucking itchy. And at number 1, bro, we got to talk about Malik Willis and Malik Washington. They're going to be leaking from their ass all season, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They are horrible.
Damn, no man.
The Dolphins are the worst team I've ever seen.
It's interesting.
They're the worst team I've ever seen. Name a worst team, bro.
Well, I have another team. So here's my list. Number 5, I had the New York Giants. I think the Giants, to me, have a bunch of veterans that are going to. Go
ahead. Sorry.
And this is, I put the Giants in here expecting Malik Neighbors not to play.
Thank you. I was just about to say, because you just had him in playoff talk.
That's all. This is just Malik Neighbors not being a part of their team going in week 1. I'm talking about the bottom 5 wide receiver duos heading into week 1 of the 2026 NFL season. To me, the Giants are number 5 without Malik Neighbors. They signed Darnell Mooney. They have OBJ. It's cool, dude. It really is cool. But I just don't believe that they are a top unit. They have veteran presence, yes, for sure. And I get that. Cool. But I just don't think they have game changers. I don't think they have game wreckers without Malik Neighbors. And I think that's important. They lost Slayton, I think, last year, right? Slayton went somewhere else. Or no, Wan'Dale Robinson.
Wan'Dale Robinson. I was gonna say, I didn't think it was.
He
it
was their
Slayton.
second best wide receiver last year. I'm sorry, I got them mixed up. Wan'Dale Robinson was their second best wide receiver last year, and he went somewhere else. Like that was a big miss by them because they needed to bolster that position, especially with Neighbors being injured. I got the Giants at 5. Number 4, I got the Tennessee Titans. Big question mark there. I don't really know what to say about their unit. I mean, Carnell Tate is supposed to be a certified 1. But again, he hasn't played a snap. I don't know anything about him in terms of NFL. And so
Do you think they could be a sleeper team?
They could be. They very well could be. But I'm dead in my sleep. You know what I mean? With the Titans. And so I got them at 4. Number 3, I got the Cleveland Browns. They have Jerry Jeudy. They drafted that kid Concepcion, which he could be great.
And Isaiah Bond.
I
fuck with Savannah Bond.
So I think Cleveland is definitely a bottom 3 wide receiver duo for me. Number 2, I got the Raiders. The Raiders to me are, I don't know what they're doing at wide receiver. They got Trey Tucker and Jalen Naylor as their wide receivers going into the season, which is kind of confusing because you got Kirk Cousins, you signed 2 quarterbacks basically. You drafted the number 1 overall, and then you signed Kirk Cousins. Yeah, you got Brock Bowers. Yeah, you got Ashton Genty. But who the fuck are they throwing the ball to? Like outside of those 2,
that's tough for Mendoza.
Very tough.
All you got is Brock Bowers and Genty.
Now, obviously, I think the Raiders are going to be in play for a wide receiver coming up. And I think a name that comes to mind, you'll laugh about this, is Garrett Wilson. I think I could definitely see him in a Raider uniform at some point.
I love that move. I would love for Garrett Wilson to go there, bro, and grow with Nando.
Yeah,
I would love that.
I think if the Jets totally fail this year, I think their head coach is gone.
Don't say if, bro. They're going to fail. They stink.
I'm banking on them stinking, but I would say their head coach will be gone and their best player, which is Garrett Wilson, will be out of there. And then they're going to be left with Breece Hall. He might get traded, even though they just paid him. Shit happens. You implode after shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then number 1, I got the Miami Dolphins. There's no secret. Malik Washington and Jalen Tolbert going into the season. I just don't understand how you went from arguably a top 3 duo with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle to the worst. And you didn't help out your quarterback that you just signed $50 million a year.
It's a shame.
It doesn't really make any sense.
I feel bad for Malik Willis, bro.
But it makes sense to me because, again, they're in play for the number 1 overall pick in the following year. And I think that's a smart move for that franchise because, quarterback is going to make or break your team at some point. So, I think they are setting themselves up to be the number 1 overall pick next year based on their free agency moves and what they did in the draft and in the offseason. So, I think Miami is the worst out of all of them.
I agree with you. I'm so pissed off that I did that wrong, bro.
That's all right.
I'm so mad though because I wanted to talk my shit.
But going back to you, the Texans, I think they're going to be really good.
Well, the defense is going to be there, bro. But can they score 10 points?
I think CJ.
You're not worried about CJ Stroud, bro. You were the one who brought up the whole thing about him being horrible ever since he did Big Homie to Caleb.
Look, I don't think he's going to be a top 5 quarterback or top 10 quarterback.
Will he be top 15?
But I think he could bounce back. Yeah, I think he could bounce back in that 15 range for sure. I think he has the pieces around him. I mean, Nico Collins is fucking awesome.
He's got to stay healthy.
Tank Dell's coming back. So yeah, I think that they're definitely going to be in the running in the end of the year. I mean, their defense is going to keep him alive, and all he has to do is make some plays for them to score points. And if they score 20 points a game, if the Texans score 24 a game,
good luck
with them because that defense is crazy and it didn't go nowhere.
I know.
And they're only going to get better.
And they got paid.
And they're only going to get better. So for me, it's I think CJ Stroud has a great opportunity to get a massive payday next year.
Yeah, I agree.
Really do.
I agree, but I don't think he'll earn it. I think he's done. All right, so we started talking about this last week a little bit. There was a thing on Twitter that I saw a few months ago. Or no, actually, I looked it up today. It was August 25th of last year.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody posted a graphic and a huge argument broke out. So, Nick, who would you take at the peak of their career? Mike Evans, Odell Beckham or AJ Green? Peak for peak. Who is the best of that trio?
Well, here's the thing. Peak, are we talking, what's the window? 3 years, 4 years, or just the very best season that they've ever had?
I'm saying they're
what's defined peak?
Well, here's the thing. I already know your answer because you and I have very similar feelings on said player.
You might know my answer, but I don't think you do.
You're gonna say something. You're gonna say the name that I know you're gonna say. I'm gonna snap. The peak. It doesn't really. The peak for Evans was longer than all of them. Peak for peak. Like I'm saying, like at their absolute apex of those three, who was the best?
Odell Beckham was the best. Out of all three, out of those three, that for peak, OBJ was definitely the best out of them, and their peak. And when I say peak, I'm saying Odell Beckham in those 3 year stretch. You look at those 3 years of OBJ's career. I don't think Mike Evans touches that in a 3 year span.
He did it for 10.
Look. You're saying peak. Peak is 1 point in the graph, right? 1 point in the graph. I'm looking at now. Here's what I'll say. I think OBJ had the best peak, but the best overall longevity career is Mike Evans by a long shot. By a long shot. Mike Evans' career longevity washes away OBJ. But peak, if you're defining peak by the 1 point in the graph as the overall best, I would say OBJ was more of a threat than Mike Evans ever was.
Come on, fam. That is so.
And the first,
to say that is crazy.
I know. I know. But if we remember how scary OBJ was in those first 3 years, he was unfucking.
I get that, but Mike Evans was. I like
Mike. Yes, I know.
He was better longer, but his peak was there. Who had better? Who had more? Who was a more consistent wide receiver?
Consistent is different than peak.
I know that, but hold on. Who was a more consistent wide receiver?
Well, I mean, it's Mike Evans because
okay,
he had 1,000.
Who had better touchdown production and who is a better red zone threat?
Mike Evans.
Who had more durability and longevity of a peak?
Mike Evans.
Okay.
I'm going to agree with you.
Who was more of a matchup nightmare?
That's arguable.
No.
That is super arguable.
I don't believe that, dude. Who the fuck was lining up with Mike Evans just off of his physical stature?
But nobody was really lining up with Odell Beckham and those first.
I know years. That too. But
the only one I will say that gave OBJ fits,
Josh Norman. Because he knew how to fuck with him.
Not to get in his head. Right?
We know so much ball, it's crazy.
It was Josh Norman.
He used to torture him.
He used to torture the shit out of him when he
just like Jalen Ramsey tortured AJ Green.
Yeah. But I think OBJ at his apex. I mean,
I think you're fucking nuts.
He was an absolute superstar.
So was Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Mike Evans peaked.
Mike, I'm saying this as saying OBJ was the most overrated wide receiver in the last
I know. This is why I'm so disappointed in you.
In terms of the last decade, because the longevity is a thing for me. But peak for peak, you go to Mike Evans' best season versus OBJ's. I would take OBJ, bro. And I love Mike Evans. I'm a Mike Evans fanatic. I collect Mike Evans' his sports.
You need to give him away.
No, I love Mike Evans. Mike Evans is probably my top 5 favorite wide receivers of all time. Like I love Mike Evans, bro. Like I collect his cards. I'm a huge fan. But I'm talking about peak, bro. Like overall, you went into when you played the Giants.
Hold on.
You knew what you had to do.
You did that with Mike Evans too, bro. So here we go. Mike Evans' best season was his 5th season. 86 receptions, 1,524 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 18 yards per catch.
And what year was this?
This was 2018.
Yep.
Odell Beckham's best season was 2014, his rookie year. 91 catches. So he had 5 more catches than Mike Evans. He had 1,305 yards. So he had 225 yards less than Mike Evans. He had 4 more touchdowns. and he had 4 yards less per catch. Now, Odell missed the first, I think, 4 games of that season. So I got you. But by the same token, Mike Evans was better that year.
Because he missed time too.
But that's the story of Odell Beckham's career.
Right. But I'm saying peak for peak. Like I said, 1 point in the depth chart out of 10 years.
Yes. It's Mike Evans.
One thing I'm taking Odell. I think Odell was an absolute freak in the first 3 years of his career. He was amazing. He was a
superstar. I know that.
God,
I'm not discrediting Odell.
Oh my God. And we never looked at Mike as a superstar.
I don't know why.
Nobody looked at Mike Evans as like, oh yeah, Mike Evans, he's one of them. Like
I did.
Mass media. Like Mike Evans to me is most disrespected. That's why
he is, because he puts his head down and goes to work. He's not doing goofy shit.
That's why I love him.
He's not proposing to the fucking punter's net.
That's why I love Mike Evans. I fell in love with that player. Longevity, handles his business, does his thing. And he's overlooked as a star wide receiver. But based on peak, bro, OBJ was taking slants to the crib, 65 yards almost on a daily basis, bro. Almost on a weekly basis. OBJ was a bigger threat, in my opinion, than Mike Evans. Now, it could be based on Mike Evans' quarterbacks early in his career. I mean, he had Jameis Winston. He had Mike Glennon or something like that before.
Mike Glennon.
Like he had pretty shit to work with. And OBJ had Eli Manning, who we talked about last week is a future Hall of Famer or should be, right? So like, yeah, OBJ had better opportunity based on the quarterback. But to me, like Odell Beckham was an absolute superstar. Like you had to guard, you had to know where OBJ was at every point in the field. Like Mike Evans wasn't taking a slant route and going 60. OBJ was taking screen passes and going to the crib with it. And that's just how it was, dude. Like OBJ was a threat in all areas of the field, in every single scheme and every single pass play, whether it be a slant, whether it be a screen, whether it be going deep. Like he was a total threat. We're not talking about AJ Green. I mean, AJ Green was fucking fantastic.
AJ Green was awesome.
He was awesome.
He was, yeah.
He's not a Hall of Fame wide receiver. I think he's a very, very good wide receiver. Like he did it for, I think he had 4 great years.
You think he was better than Chad Johnson?
No. I mean, Chad Johnson was super underrated.
Well, no, Chad always says that AJ Green. Well, no, he says Jamar Chase now. Yeah. But I think Chad Johnson, he's
fucking awesome.
Nobody really talks about Chad.
Well, nobody talks about TJ Houshmandzadeh either. And
he was dude, he was one of my favorite wide receivers.
That's a duo too.
Yeah.
That duo was elite.
Are they a top 5 all time? Maybe top 10.
All time? No, I don't think so.
Nah, maybe top 10.
All time we can get into.
That should be a good one. Because like you got Marvin and Reggie. You got, they came right to mind. Demaryius Thomas and Eric Decker are up there because they were fucking cooking.
I mean, I would say, yeah, they had Welker too.
Oh my God, they did have Welker.
They were fucking loaded, man.
And
I would say Moss
Julius
and Welker.
Thomas.
I would say Moss and Welker got to be at least up there.
Yeah. Edelman and Chris Hogan.
That's crazy.
Gronk and Aaron Hernandez for like 3 years before he decided to pop
that duo. Yeah, they're number 1.
Dude, those two. Aaron Hernandez was
special.
He could have been like rivaling Gronk as GOAT status. That's how good that dude was.
He was awesome, man.
He was different because he ran like a wide receiver.
Yeah, he was a different type of.
He was more like Kelsey.
Tight end. Yeah, I would say so.
Aaron Hernandez was more Kelsey style tight end.
Yeah, Gronk was a bullier.
And a blocker, and like
box you out. Yeah.
Gronk was like a real tight end.
He was a beast, bro. The best tight end in NFL history is Gronk, bar none. So yeah, I would say OBJ at the peak would be my pick, and I don't even think OBJ. And like I said, I'm saying this as OBJ was the most overrated wide receiver in the last decade. And I still think peak for peak in that short window, he was must-see TV.
He was a show.
He was a show. And I don't think Mike Evans ever came across like that.
Because I think that he was, again, I just think that OBJ, that peak happened with the catch. And after that catch, it was a bunch of regular. It was a lot of regular. The peak of OBJ was the catch in November of 2014.
Right. But define peak.
Mike Evans still doing it.
Right.
My peak is that
the definition of peak is what I am talking about.
I know that. I know
longevity,
that. And I still,
it ain't even a question.
I know, but I still think Evans' peak was above that. I just do. I just think Evans was a more complete, dominant wide receiver.
I don't think he was more complete.
Oh, I mean,
I think Mike Evans, I think OBJ was, that's what made OBJ special, dude, was his ability to make those acrobatic catches, to go across the middle, to go deep, to take slants to the crib, to take screens to the crib, and absolutely make cornerbacks look foolish with the one-handed grabs, and his athletic ability, his ability to catch the ball in the air. Obviously, Mike Evans is special at that. Mike Evans goes up and gets it. Like that's what Mike is good at. But Mike Evans wasn't taking screen passes and going to the crib with it. He wasn't taking slants and going to the crib with it. Like that was OBJ. OBJ
again, yeah, but that's just show.
But that's overall athletic ability at their peak of their careers. They're two different wide receivers.
I know that. So it is hard to compare them.
Yeah,
it's like it's apples and oranges.
But like as an overall wide receiver,
yeah, I go Evans.
Like, I do. Yeah, I mean, for sure. Like if I was going to draft somebody, I'm taking Mike Evans because I like consistency, I like availability. But if I want something in the short-term window for a couple of years, in the first 2 years,
yeah, Evans,
I'm taking OBJ.
Disappointed.
There's
very disappointed in Big Bro. All right, last thing before we get out of here. What'd you say?
That's how I felt.
Okay, you're allowed to say what you need to say.
I am. I believe it.
I know that's the scary part. Pop or flop. Myles Garrett will have 8+ sacks. 8 or more sacks than Jared Verse in the 2026 season.
I'm gonna go pop.
Me too.
I think Myles Garrett could hit the 20 mark. I think Jared Verse could hit around 11, 12-ish. I think it's gonna be close.
That would be a lot for Jared Goff. I mean, I'm sorry. That would be a lot for Jared Verse. He only had 7.5 last year, and now he's going to be playing from behind. It's going to be hard for him. I don't think his impact is going to be as big on the Browns as it was on the Rams.
I disagree with that. Just because I feel like he's going to be
he's going
to be the name.
He is, but they traded Garrett for him. They're going to be expecting similar Garrett production.
I don't know about that. Because they got if he doesn't work out, they got a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and a third-round pick. They got other things for him. It wasn't an even swap, like first versus Garrett for Garrett. So I don't think the expectations are that high in terms of filling his shoes.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm also a pop on that.
I'm pop, yeah.
Max Crosby will finish the 2026 season as a Raider.
Flop.
Oh, I'm pop. He's not getting traded.
I think he will.
Really?
Yep.
Because you think you can try and get a couple of them first-round picks back?
I think what's going to happen with him is that if the Raiders are out of contention and right before the damn.
That's how you feel?
Yeah, that's how you felt, guys? I was like, huh? So, yeah, so here's my take on this. If the Raiders if they start out like, I don't know, 2-5, 2-6, blah, 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 Crosby wants to win, right? And if you can prove that Crosby is healthy in those 6 games or 8 games, first half of the season, I think the Raiders are going to move off him because A, it clears the cap for them for the next year, and B, they're going to get something for him because now they can prove that he's healthy enough to play. The reason why he didn't get traded is because he failed the physical. So now that if you can prove that he is healthy, I think now you could take that investment, you could flip him to a team that is in Super Bowl contention, maybe Philly, because I think the Eagles are going to have to make a move because the Rams made a move with Myles Garrett. So I think the Eagles are very much in play for Max Crosby. It is such an Eagles move for them to sit back, monitor it, and let it play out, and let's go swoop them when we had the chance.
You changed my mind.
Because I think the Eagles got the capital from the AJ Brown shit to make a move like this.
They have the 2028 pick to dangle.
Exactly right. And the Eagles still have their first round pick on 2028. They just have 2 of them. Now they can move off of one of them. So, yeah. And the Eagles are not going to let the Rams just get Myles Garrett and say, fuck it, this is what we have. We're going to go into the season. Howie ain't built like that. He's not
Talk
like
your
that.
shit.
So this is a major flop for me.
Talk your shit, sis. I love that. I really do love it. You changed my mind on that because I was Pop. I thought he would finish as a Raider, but now I don't. Completely flipped my mind, bro. Baker Mayfield and the Bucks will get a contract done before minicamp.
Pop. You
Yep.
have to. I think Baker is your franchise quarterback.
He earned it.
He earned it. You're absolutely right. And I just think that to me, it's so hard to find a quarterback in this league that when you have a good one and it's got you to the playoffs, has won you divisions, you take care of the man. You know what I mean? And I think that they will. I think they'll find an agreement. And I don't think the Bucks want to have any type of drama or uncertainty for their quarterback next year going into the season. I think you want to clear the deck. I think you want both sides to be happy entering the season. And I think that they're going to find ways to get it done. I'm going to go Pop on here. I do think they're going to get it done.
Me too. He just deserves it, and he saved them from going from the Brady era to complete trash. And I think that it's understated what Baker has done in the shadow of Brady. I mean, it's not easy. That his career was in limbo.
I agree.
It was in limbo. Excuse me. Come on, bro. He earned that. He earned all that. I
totally agree. Yeah, you know what's crazy? If Baker were to test the free agent market, where do you think would be a good destination?
I would love him in Arizona.
I have the perfect team.
Let me think. Titans, Arizona, Raiders, Colts. Trying to think of some teams. God.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
That would be a match made in heaven.
I would love Baker Mayfield.
Just the way he plays the game of
football. They would love him, bro.
They would fucking love him. He would fit their culture.
He's like junior. He's like Ben Roethlisberger Jr. at that point, bro.
Would fit their culture to a T.
Yeah.
And now they got 2 good wide receivers over there in Pittman and DK. I think that would be a team to watch out for.
For next year.
Oh, yeah. If they don't get it done and they let him test the market, that could definitely well. And here's another thing too, Mike. He gets to play the Browns twice a year.
Yeah. He's back in the division.
Pittsburgh would be an awesome spot for him.
Kyler Murray will start and finish the season as the Vikings quarterback. Oh, hell no. Hell no. No shot. 0 shot Kyler Murray is the starting quarterback of the Vikings in week 17, whether it be by injury, I hope that doesn't happen, or by just play. Kyler Murray is mid. Like, we got to stop with that. We got to stop believing in the upside. We got to stop betting on the upside. It's crazy to me that I still see folks out here talking that shit on their content making. Like, I've seen dudes word up say that they would take Kyler Murray and Justin Jefferson over Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith. Well, I believe in Kyler Murray's upside. What upside? What have you seen? What upside?
It's not Kyler Murray. It's K1.
He's K none.
K Uno.
Don't do that. Don't do that, bro. We're Super Bowl MVPs, bro. We're Super Bowl MVPs, bro. We throw daggers.
I'm going to go Pop on this one. I think Kyler Murray gives them the best chance to stay in contention throughout the whole season. We saw what J.J. McCarthy went. Justin Jefferson was in trade talks.
You know how bad you got to be.
That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it's pop. It's pop all the way. I don't think Kyler Murray is going to be as bad as JJ was. I think it's an upgrade for their offense. I think he's going to start the entire season because I think they're going to need him.
Jacoby Brissett will start and finish the season as the Cardinals QB. Didn't Kyler Murray get benched for Jacoby Brissett?
Mm-hmm.
I believe in his upside, though.
Change of scenery and happens.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You got benched for Jacoby Brissett, and you believe in his upside over Jalen Hurts?
Jacoby was shitting a little bit, though. Don't do that.
They won one game.
But he put up some numbers, bro. He was scoring. He was doing all right. The Cardinals, man.
You're right. It's all about numbers.
Cardinals blow.
They got talent.
No, they do. But they're not that good.
They just stink. I don't know why.
They're just not. They're not.
They got two legit wide receivers.
Their defense is.
I think Michael Wilson's legit.
Me too.
He could play. The Miami Dolphins will finish above the New York Jets in the AFC East. If that happens, that is so embarrassing as a Jets fan. We're going to have to go back to being Packers fans.
Pop or flop.
I'm going to... The Miami Dolphins will finish above the Jets in the AFC East. I'm going to say that's facts. I think the Jets stink, dude. I really do. I think the Jets are horrible. I think Aaron Glenn is horrible as a head coach. He's like the worst motivator I've ever seen, bro. He couldn't motivate me to make a sandwich. Like, when I watch this dude talk, it's so uninspiring. It's horrible. It's horrible. Like, I think that's a real possibility. I think it would be so humiliating if that happened, but I think it's a real possibility, dude. I think the Jets are that bad.
Is that it? You think the Dolphins are going to finish ahead of them?
That's crazy, dude.
That's a hard one.
It is hard because I think the Dolphins are horrible, but I think the Jets are the Jets, dude.
They got Geno.
And I know that, but
Geno.
Geno. Is Geno Smith definitively better than Malik Willis? I don't think you can make that. I don't think you could say that right now. Geno Smith was the worst quarterback in football last year.
I mean, we're basing Malik Willis off of like one start.
Geno stunk last year, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he was on the Raiders.
It's just Malik's not throwing to anybody. Like, he can't be out here throwing to Tolbert.
At least Geno's got
Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall. So, yeah, probably flop. Jets will be a game better. 2 games better. That was a good question, though. I really had to make.
I'm going to go flop, too. I think the Jets are going to be a little bit better. Like I said, I think Miami's trying to get in play for that #1 overall pick. The Jets could be, too. You know what I mean? The Jets need a quarterback.
Yeah, bro. They're
definitely in play. It's either one of those teams are going to be rivaling for the #1 overall pick.
Yeah.
So, but for the love of the game, I'm going to go flop.
And then final one before we get out of here. The Raiders will not finish last in the AFC West.
Flop.
I don't see how they don't finish last.
I think they finish last. I don't. They're not better than the Chargers.
No.
The only way they don't finish last
is if a quarterback gets injured.
Injury.
Yes. If Herbert, Knicks, or Mahomes go down, and I'm not even sure that
I don't even think that's even if they had their backups in. I think that Denver's still got a great defense. I think the Chargers as a roster are way better than the Raiders. I think the Chiefs, even if Mahomes wasn't available, they would find a way to win games.
They got Justin Smith.
They got Andy Reid.
Justin Smith is crazy. They got Justin Fields.
Yeah, I mean, Justin Fields is that's tough. But I think they would find a way to get it done. I mean, I believe in Andy Reid. And to me, the Raiders are just dead last right now.
Yeah,
I think they're going to be up and coming.
Yeah. But
their division that they're in is going to be it's an uphill battle, dude, for them.
Yeah.
So to me, I think they're finishing last. So
that's why they need to trade Crosby, because they need those picks, because they need to get young talent in the first round talent ASAP. In the building like ASAP.
Because you just drafted #1 overall quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, you got to get him pieces. You can't go into the season with fucking Jalen Naylor,
Garrett and Trey Tucker.
I mean, what is
he supposed to do? But Garrett Wilson would be awesome as a Raider, dude.
I know. You got Brock Bowers, Gene T, and then you get Mendoza in there. I mean,
You got a real core.
you got a solid squad. Now they
Yeah.
would have to bolster up their defense.
Yeah.
Getting rid of Crosby would be a hurt piece for them. But again, like you have to acquire talent
Yeah.
to build your roster, not just one specific position. You got to build the linemen, the defensive line, the back end of your defense, linebackers. Like there's several other layers and levels to the team that need to address over and then keeping a star defensive end. You know what I mean? Like,
aging.
especially an aging
With a knee.
too.
With a knee.
Now you get rid of them to a team that's in a Super Bowl window and wants to compete for a Super Bowl.
The Eagles.
That's how you flip. That's how you
fucking
flip.
Eagles.
The Eagles are they're in position to get them. I'm telling you.
All right, guys. With that concludes episode 275. We'll be back next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday for 276.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.
I'm caps lock different. It's facts, not fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Pull a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinach. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's Aruba.